You wanted a gaping hole, so I give you a gaping hole. I painstakingly dug out this entire thing, starting with a tiny teaspoon. And from a series of good decisions and trading with some of the local intellectuals, we managed to get a really good shovel. And thanks to some help from your dad, who will be back with the milk anytime now, we actually make an absolute fortune. All in the pursuit of deeper holes and more upgrades. And ultimately, we got ourselves a pretty nice carpet. I hope you enjoy my hole. We've got a lot of work to do. Because unfortunately, I saw this comment, and that made me realize we've only seen a fraction of what we can do. And there's only one way to get there, and that's by breaking floor tiles and making smart financial choices. Our weapon of choice, of course, is our spoon. But we know better this time around. I'm going to do a lot in the upper layer, particularly while we have just a spoon, because we can actually get a lot of value right here. And we've already found 3 very valuable things. So once I hide our little dirt pile, we'll summon our faithful guard. And we trade up our items of various value for toilet paper. And the guard has gone back to do guard things, so we can get right back to digging. I'm merely looking for value at this point. Don't need to go deep. I mean, it's all got to come out eventually anyway. But wood help is actually a lot of money. There's a green item already. That was a watch. And a lighter, so we're getting a little bit of value on the table. Luckily, with a little careful time management, we can work around that problem. I'm not going to barter for now, because as someone pointed out somewhere, bartering you can make like 5-10% more, but if you lose 20%. So it's not a good gamble, at least not now. Back to work. Also, don't look under my bed, thanks. Give me all the treasure. The rarer things, the better. Finding boots is fine, but we need to find much better things, especially with limited energy. Sadly, we do sometimes go through these massive dry spells, but we don't find anything. If we have a lack of luck, we can simply make up for that with too much time on our hands.
You're not up to something, are you?
Not at all. Take my garbage and get away from me. That little sale put us up to 34 toilet papers. Before anything, we're going to need a little more energy. Depending on the cost of this, it's 5. We should have actually bartered, because now I can't afford the toilet paper. Also, what just happened? I'm down to 24 toilet papers. Maybe I bought that twice. No matter, I know where to get more value. We keep digging downwards. It is getting close to lunchtime, which means a guard automatically comes to open the cell. So we got to make sure things are wrapped up within 30 minutes. There's a warning bell for that, so we're going to get things closing. We can actually call the guard sooner, like go for lunch sooner if we call our bartering guard. Because he'll come see what's going on. Oh, he closed it again. He didn't do that yesterday. I'm free. And on the way to the lunchroom, we get to have a meeting with your dad. If we do missions for him, we'll get lots of money. Here in the lunchroom, we can get 1 meal here per day, which gives me back half of my energy. One thing I didn't see that so many kindly pointed out yesterday was the bench press. I can actually use this. So if we press that fast enough, we can lift this very slowly, and that will increase our maximum energy by 2. And this will add up to an additional huge amount of digging by the end of this stupid idea. I might have to set up an auto clicker to handle this for me. Well, there's another 2 energy. I think we did that 4 times. So that should be actually 8 energy, which is lots. We don't have any energy left, however. So for the few remaining minutes of my lunch break, I'm going to sit here and stare at my beloved slot machine. We don't have any money, and we're supposed to make better financial choices today, so... This is a good sign, though, that my energy's already 58. It started at 50, so that's a huge increase. I think you guys forgot to lock my cell. Hello? If you summon him without anything on the table, he will just straight up give me some toilet paper. The energy top-up only costs 30 this time, which means I could buy the better shovel already. Bigger shovel plus more energy equals more value every dig. It already is a noticeable difference. I think the prison king wanted a bar of soap, so we'll see if we can find one of those. Old coins are good. Backpack's actually full already, 5 items, and we've still got like a third of our energy left. Yeah, I found the bar of soap, so we automatically hold that until tomorrow when we hand it off to him for money. We'll eventually upgrade, we'll get a bigger cell, we'll get a faster carpet, we'll get a bigger toilet for more dirt handling power. Look at all the items we dug up though. 35 for all that? Absolutely. We get 5 to top up our energy, which leaves us with 30, which means we can afford to upgrade our climbing and walk speed. The guard is coming, I gotta move. Walking speed won't make a huge difference yet, but it makes a little bit of one, and so does the climbing speed. We're probably going to want them all eventually anyways. All I need to do is maximize time digging, nothing else. Inventory full already, we're going through a lucky streak. It's nice of the other inmates not to say anything. They quite obviously see me digging this hole. I found no further items that entire time, but 15 toilet papers is 15 toilet papers. This is a very good start. On day 1, we've upgraded our shovel, we've upgraded our energy, and we've also upgraded our climbing and moving speed. Starting to find a lot of green items down in this little pocket as well. I just need to remember the particular order of things. Mostly before I summon the guard, I check to make sure there's nothing incriminating in my cell. This one should be worth a few extra dollars because we found a little bit of rarer stuff, 21 toilet papers. We've got about an hour until lights out, so that means I could do just a little more digging. And like any good mole, I just can't resist. Some more stuff on the table. I think I had leftover inventory from last time that I forgot about. Okay, we only got 30 minutes till lights out, so I'm actually pushing us a little bit close. But all the dirt is down. We managed to do that all quite quickly. We'll get this stuff all sold before lights out. There's another 31 toilet papers for us. Now I could just go to sleep. I don't need to deal with him again. I woke up with only half energy. We top it up, yo. There's another letter from the guy. Yeah, we know there's a key somewhere. We'll find it somewhere down below. There's a flashlight and a lack of energy. I'm going to try and incorporate a new rule that I need to make sure everything's put away before I even put anything on that table, just to be sure I'm forming the right habit. That was such a weak haul, 3 items. So I'd like to request better dirt below my cell. Don't ask why. We got 72 toilet papers to spend already though, so we're not doing too bad. The next digging thing is actually only 50. I'm going to take that. Now you got to remember to put it back under your bed before you call the guard back. Now we got even more dirt moved per scoop, which means we'll find even more items and use our energy much more efficiently. We found a duck, we found a can. Both of those are pretty garbage items, but they'll count for something. Oh, here's our first epic quality silver idol. That'll be worth considerably more. I don't know if we've even found any rares yet, so we jumped right over that tier entirely. We also have made 0 money so far. When we go see the prison king today, we'll get some. Also, when we find coins like that, that instantly goes to money. We can also trade toilet paper for money, although it's not always a wise choice. Hello, stupid. How much for all this garbage? 51. We're getting rich. Maybe I should barter just a little bit. Because if we had bartered every time so far and succeeded with like a 90% chance, we could have an extra 5 to 10 toilet papers. I'm going to take 5 more max energy. That put us up to 63. That's not quite a 10% increase, but it's pretty close to put that into perspective. The guard is left again. We'll get right back to work digging up various weapons. I've hit a hard spot, which is interesting. I guess we're digging close to the edge this time. Our hole is much bigger. That is an epic Brosny statue. Inventory's full actually, so we gotta go dump this off without summoning the guard. The guard will return automatically after 2 minutes as well, but usually I'm out of energy before then. But that balance will tip today, so I do need to keep an eye on that. But we have a disciplined, steady approach, he says as he ignores his one rule. Look at all my treasure. I am going to try bartering just a little bit, because you can turn the odds up, especially now, like 91% chance. We only get 1 extra. But that's probably worth it. Unless we fail, we have a 9% chance of failing, we lose 20%. I will take a bigger backpack also, and we can carry energy drinks as well. We could spend money on those, which might be big for us. It's also lunchtime in less than an hour, so we're going to dig just some surface level stuff to see if we can sort of hollow some of this out and also grab some surface level garbage. I found a watch, I found some uncommon, I found some basic items. I might actually hold these on me because the prison king might want some. I'm about to turn in a bar of soap, but if he happens to want one of these next items right away, I've got it for him. It's getting very close to lunchtime, so we are going to close up. Plus, I need lots of energy for my dumbbell thing at lunch. All buttoned up, waiting for lunch break. First things first, a visit to him. We're going to give him the item he wants. That gave us $5. We can accept the next mission. Give me a lighter. Do I have a lighter? I don't. I can try and give him nothing, which is really funny, but he doesn't accept nothing at the same time. Alright, let's see if we can get this working. I've increased my energy by 4, but it is actually getting hard, so I will need to set up an auto clicker for it. In the meantime, I'll take some garbage. I took a moment to create the macro I needed, so now when I want to get that up, I just go like that. I don't have the energy to do it again, but we're up to 71 max. I guess I could buy an energy drink. Let's give this a try. Collect that. We can press V to drink that, so it's like a mobile thing. Okay. That didn't give us a ton of energy, but when you want to do this, it's easy now. That was basically $3 to get us another 2 max energy. I accidentally summoned him, so we'll just take some free toilet paper. That's actually good anyway, because we need some more energy from this guy. I forgot that I had a bunch of items in my backpack. We could have actually sold those to the guard when he came back, but that's okay. We'll sell them in the next round. We'll be able to dig a lot more per session now. I've already forgotten what the prison king needs, but we'll find it eventually. The game will let me know. And look at this funny thing. That must just be the wall. The extra energy really is making a difference. We can make a big hole. Guards, I have some garbage to sell you. Actually, quite a lot of it. 74 toilet papers already. Should have heckled that, but 74 is still lots. And then we can get right back to work. I wouldn't say no to finding a single item. Okay, we found the coffin. Last time we did this, we did not have this big of a hole around it. We also found a lot of good stuff with it. I found literally no items except a coffin on this one. Oh wait, never mind. There's old coins. Can we open this? Nope, we need to unearth the lid first because that's not unearthed. Even selling a single item is still perfectly fine because we've got tons of toilet paper. 78 minus 5. Back to max energy. This coffin is important. I think that was the item for what's his name. It's crazy how it still doesn't feel like the lid is unearthed yet. Like, I'm pretty sure this is fully unearthed. There's a silver statue. That's a legendary quality. That's the first one of those we found. Finally, I'm able to actually open this thing. There came with some items around it, but also the key we need. Items on the table. getting close to lights out. But this guy doesn't mind. He never sleeps. 53 for this? Absolutely. 126 toilet papers to our name. Hello, sir. That'll give us full energy and 100 for more digging power, which we absolutely want. If the guard will hurry up, we'll get the cell closed. We do just a little digging before lights out. Not a ton, especially because we do have to climb our way out of the hole, which is getting deeper. But I'm just going to poke around looking for anything at all of value. We need to make sure we're making as much as we can the whole time. I just found another golden statue as well, which is a very good find. And as long as the toilet doesn't plug, we'll have lots of time to get this done. Items are on the table. We're going to summon Idiot Stick. Gonna have to be quick about this. 61. Time for sleep. We wake up the next day. Someone managed to put a letter on our bed while we were sleeping. But I also have maximum energy. And we got extra energy laying on our floor, so we can take a whole bunch before we need to summon the guard. There's a silver coin, that's worth $2. I can't remember what the Prison King asks for next. I'm tempted to hold on to a bunch of stuff so I can hopefully just give him stuff. The guard will be back in only 1 minute, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to go up. My backpack is just about full anyway, so let's put everything there. Not touch the door, grab the extra energy, do a little bit more digging. Seems to be paying off somewhat. There's a flare gun. Energy's getting a little bit low. The guard is almost returned anyways. There's a lot of dirt to put down the toilet. We did have a clog, and that's why I give myself a little bit of extra time. 67. We'll see if we can barter that. We can go 69 for 89%. Success. Up to 153 toilet papers already. That could also translate to $15. I think what I actually want, believe it or not, is a bigger backpack for 100. Mostly just so I can hold more items for the Prison King. It would be so nice if I could have like 3 or 4 things he needed. There's a golden statue again. Legendary quality. That's a great find. And another bronze coin. We're up to $9. And a epic quality bronze statue. Energy still runs out pretty quick. And you know what? We're just going to take the value for this. There's only 6 items, 5 items on the table. 6 items. But that's worth 53. We are going to barter just slightly for that. 93% chance of success. Oh, we lost 20%. So we only got like 40 for that. 42. That's why it's not worth it. It's pretty crazy how much more progress you can make when you're actually doing this efficiently. We passed the 5-meter mark. I don't know if that changes the quality of stuff that we find in the ground or not, but I sure hope so. Yes, guard, take away my garbage. Back up to 120 toilet papers. This time, because of our quest, we're going to need this, but we get extra moving and climbing speed. I don't have long before lunch break, so we're just going to try and dig up whatever we can and hold it in our backpack, so hopefully the Prison King also needs it. We might find nothing, we might find 3 things. Lunch break is about to start. I really got to get moving. We're pushing this one way too close. The last bit of dirt was going down right as lunch break started. Although for some reason it's always last for me to get my cell opened. Thank you. I need to go barter with this guy. We give him that. We get $10. We get $17. The next mission is a wrench. I think I actually have a wrench on me. Oh, I do. Perfect. What do you need now, sir? Apparently nothing. You might only be able to do 2 quests per day. We can go back to doing this though. I press this. Up it goes. More energy. We'll do it again. Up it goes. We'll take some food. Should we do it again? We should do it again, shouldn't we? It's always going to be worth it. We can still do it again. 140 kilos. We're going to make this guy super strong. Since we have some time left in lunch, we can use the key to open this now. We got $27 to spend on anything that might help us. I'm going to grab the coffee for $20. Allows you to drink a coffee once per day. I got to be careful how much stuff I buy. I can only fit so much stuff in my current cell. I'm actually going to trade him 3 of those. Where's the tea? Give me the tea real quick. I realized I could sell 30 toilet paper for another $3 so we can get tea and coffee for lots of energy. I've summoned the guard. He's going to show up. We're going to do nothing except he's going to give us some toilet paper. All I needed was this guy though. Just because that gives me my full 81 energy. That's so much. And look at those beautiful stats. Now we can get all sorts of digging done because we got tea and coffee we can drink once a day. We have 8 items on us right now, just about out of energy, but we're getting quite deep quite quickly. The guard will be back fairly soon. I want to see how much energy the coffee gives me. Hold extra drink coffee, got it. That's a full energy. That's so good. I'm pretty sure the tea will give me half energy. So between those two, we'll just get a lot of easy extra energy. I do need to pay attention for the guard coming back. I think once the 30-second mark hits, we are going to come out of the hole. Look at the difference it's making though. We're going to sell all this. 96, I'll take that. 96 toilet papers from a single sale. Now we need to trade for something to increase our max energy like this. We get an extra 5 energy for 100 toilet papers. And that means when we drink both the tea and the coffee, we get even more value. And then we just keep tunneling away for our treasures. We're running low on energy again. I don't need to call the guard. Luckily this time I can put everything on the table, but then we can go drink our tea and finish off our energy bar. All before the guard even comes back. So we're making really good progress. 30 seconds until the guard comes back. We definitely want more climbing carpet speed. Maybe a better toilet, because that's getting annoying too. This time the value, still 61. Lights out isn't super far away, so we'll just use as much of our energy as we can before then. I actually did manage to deplete my energy, with time still to clean everything up. One more pile of garbage before the end of the night. I don't think I need to replenish my energy. I think sleep will do that for me. Well, I got half of our energy back. If I eat that, there's the other half. We can get right back to work after reading the letter. This seems to be a nice little treasure pocket we're in. We even found a lot of the coins to get us more money. There's her skull ring. The guard is returned for us 57. After topping up of energy, we have 209, so we can actually get the frying pan now. And that means even bigger digging. Bigger chunks, so we'll remove the dirt all the quicker. I just found a gold coin. I think that gave us $3 immediately, which is actually really big. Energy levels are running low, but we still get a minute 12. So let's actually drink the tea for half an energy. I don't think we'll be able to use the full energy in this time frame. There's a silver idol. That's a big find. There's a coin for instant money. We're back up to $15. And another golden idol. Our backpack is actually full. The guard will show up in 8 seconds anyways. 106. I'll take it. Energy top up, that's nice and cheap. 300 for the edging shovel. I'm actually going to spend $10 increasing the size of my cell before the guard comes back. Oh, they moved my coffee machine. We get to put that back up there. It's getting close to lunchtime. I think the prison king is going to need some more basic items. I can't remember what he's after today. Oh, we didn't accept the quest, did we? So we just got to grab whatever we can, and we'll hopefully have what he needs once we get there. Plus our shovel is big enough now that this feels like a worthwhile venture to just clear out the top. Lots of rubber ducks and soap up in this upper dirt. Lunch break, so we'll stop at the prison king. We can accept his mission. Get me a canteen. Do I have one of those? I do. Can't do his next quest yet, so we'll just put all of our items on the table. We have $17 though. We better get to work with this again. We could only do that once before we ran out of energy. Luckily, I do have coffee I can still drink. Now our energy is once again full. We press the magic button and up we go. We should be able to get lots and lots more energy. The more energy we have, the more times we can do this. There we can eat more of the prison food and do it even more times. Our max energy is up to 98. It's almost 100. Lunch is over. I'm going to buy a better toilet so it clogs up less and it looks better. And the more nice things we have, the cheaper everything is. 63 for all that. Perfect. We've topped up our energy. Now we have 7 hours to dig as much as we want. Think we've hit the bottom as well. 10.3 meters. We are standing on bedrock, so now we're going to start to widen the hole. A faster carpet would also be nice. I'm getting really sick of waiting for it. I didn't find anything super amazing this time around, but it's still 60 toilet papers. The hole is looking pretty nice. There's just still too much dirt in it. While the frying pan is nice, it would be nice to remove just a little more dirt per scoop. And we always need more energy. There's never enough. I think the watch is for the highest value thing here. 54 isn't great, but it's not the worst thing in the world either. I did find another golden idol. Those are always going to be worth a lot. I wonder what it's shaped like down here. Like we can see one wall there and one wall there. I don't know what direction I'm facing. Maybe if you tunnel in the wrong direction, you wind up in the guard's office or something. Found another bronze statue. That's epic. That'll be worth something, and a golden ring. All of this stuff, 119. That's the most I've ever got. Should we negotiate that a little bit? We could probably bump that up to... Should we go for it? This is kind of risky. 124. Got it. 396 toilet papers. I am definitely buying the better shovel. That's only 288 now because of our discounts. I also want more movement and climbing speed. That's going to leave us with only 12 toilet papers. Guards coming. Oh, we shouldn't have got energy because it's sleep time anyway. Another day, another letter. We got to go down 10 whole meters. We're already there. But now we got even more digging power. Look at that dirt disintegrate before us. You know, in theory, we'll never actually need the compass because if we remove all the dirt, there's no question of which way north is or the exit. Anyways, between our 100 energy and super shovel, we'll be able to move a lot of dirt every round. I was getting carried away. The guard's coming back in only 30 seconds, so we're cutting it a little bit close again. Guard, I have some more sorted garbage for you. I hope you enjoy it. I almost feel like with all of my options now and my tea and coffee, I get almost too much energy. Like it's hard to actually use it all. Looks like we've sort of run into a dead end in this direction. I don't think we'll be able to tunnel very far through that bedrock. There are items stuck into the bedrock though, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to go back to the top and work my way down. It would have been easier in hindsight just to dig this out when I was originally digging it because now I got to work around my hole. Luckily, this thing's got some reach. There definitely seems to be less value up there. It was still 60 toilet papers though, so we're still consistently making money. There is a bronze statue. That's a good find. That was pretty shallow for an epic. One of the things I am most interested in to find are simply the silver, bronze, and gold coins because that'll just give me cash. There is also this weird chunk on this wall. I'm not sure if this is indicative of anything, but we'll find out soon. This bunch should be worth a little bit more for sure. 113. We'll negotiate just a little bit on that. We don't want to risk too much. 116, 90%. Oh, we just lost like 20 toilet paper on that. My prison respect is still only 4. We got to do something about that. Lunchtime, we can accept the mission. He needs a watch. I don't know if I left the watch exposed. As I was digging down, I decided to try a bit of a new strategy where I would just leave some stuff exposed. That way, if he needed something, I could find it instantly. There was a watch here, but I didn't think you need one of those already. But there's got to be a watch down here somewhere for the guy. I've wasted a lot of energy looking. I'm going to drink up my coffee at this point. There's full energy again. We're getting lots of items, no watch. I think I found one actually. Yeah, we got the watch. We got to close up the cell and go over to him quick. Dirt's all gone. One item for you. He's going to give us quite a bit of money for that. We still can't get the next task. We got $34. I do want to do this real quick before the end of the lunch. Lunch is over. Can I get this real quick? Free energy. Off we go. Since I have another $34, let's maybe expand the cell one more time for $20. We got $14 left over, so let's buy the faster rolling carpet. I got to reorganize once again. I feel like at some point it's not worth it because we're going to have to walk further to get to our toilet now. I should probably also start grabbing a lot of this stuff. My strategy was just to have it all visible for big whatever his name is there. It's not a bad strategy, but maybe I'll start leaving only the rarer stuff. He wanted a watch, so anything less than blue we can scoop up. Plus, it's really annoying to grab this stuff if you don't have quite a bit of dirt to stand on. Guard will return in 20 seconds. We gotta move quick. Lucky the carpet's a lot quicker. That does shave off a good second. 90 for this? Yes, we won't get greedy. 90 is perfect. It does feel nice that our max energy is 102. And our cell is actually getting quite big. All thanks to our mole-like powers. Lots of basic stuff to sell a very basic guard. Do you not question why my cell is getting bigger? 72 actually is great for all that garbage. More basic stuff for the guard. I left all the more valuable stuff down below. It was only 35. That's so little for this point in the game. And we get another good night's sleep. We read the letter. Of course, it tells us we gotta go north, but we already knew that, didn't we? And we're gonna save money on the compass. I feel like we have a lot of energy at this point, like too much. So we don't really have to be as efficient with that. We'll take another 33 for a little bit of garbage. Ooh, there's a gold coin. $3. When I'm working against a bedrock, it really helps to emphasize how much dirt we can move with a single shovel. It should be rewarded for cleaning up the garbage. We've officially got the main shaft dug all the way out. Now we gotta start tunneling north. It looks like so far there's not a lot of deviation. It's just a straight down shaft. This session's garbage should be worth a little bit more. 57. There were some more uncommons in that one. That will actually allow me to buy the better shovel, round shovel, 70 digging power. Next is the pointed shovel. We're not going to be able to afford that for a little bit. Lunch break is coming up soon, so we'll basically just coast till then. I think I just accidentally traded toilet paper. We need to see what he wants. He wants a candlestick. Do I have one of those? I know where to get one. I happen to have a whole pit full of garbage. Candlestick. The last one was a rare. This one wasn't uncommon, so they're not in a linear trajectory. There you go. That's going to give me, I got $33. Also, lots of energy, so we need to get back to work. We're only benching 185. I think this just uses like almost 1/3 of your energy bar no matter how much you have. But we're up to 200. I just drank my coffee, so we can still, you reach maximum bicep development. Pretty sure this boosts chest. Energy is up to 110, so that's plenty anyways. Since I have $30, do we make this bigger? $30 for an even bigger cell. Let's start with a plant or something instead. $30 could buy us this one. More prison respect for us. That means things get cheaper again. Plus it really ties the room together. New shovel, new digging power. What is that? Candlestick? Canteen? Yeah, we're moving dirt faster again. Wow, we're really going to expose this next coffin in a hurry. I do still want to try and leave one of every treasure laying on the ground. A gold bar? That's a red... I've never seen that before. I didn't find that the entire time last time. I'm actually going to leave that there for now. I know where to find it if we need it. I don't know if the Prison King's going to want that, but that's got to be worth an awful lot. Starting to take a second to climb out of the hole as well. More garbage for ye, my lord. Even all this basic stuff was still 91. There's a silver idol. That's epic quality. I think that's the only one we have showing right now, so we're going to save that for later. Although there's a second one immediately behind it, so we can take that one. 2 skull rings side by side. We can easily take one of those. Inventory full already. We may at some point still need a bigger backpack. 100 toilet paper even. I'll take that. I will also take a bigger backpack. Now we can hold 20 garbages at one time. I get so carried away with that I forgot to get more energy. Luckily I had some tea, so we got half energy, and that's good enough for me. Even at half capacity we could make some progress. Found a second bronze statue, so that means we can sell this one. And a third plus another silver statue. Oh, that was a different one. I thought there was a silver idol. Probably should have kept that one, but we'll keep the next one we find. We're out of energy again, but there's actually so much stuff sticking out of the dirt, like we can spend a second just cleaning up. Did not realize how close we were to lights out. Like it's like right now. I almost screwed this up. It's that easy. Let's set everything down and see if we can get our idiot friend to show up before tomorrow. There's a lot of good stuff. It's night. Get to buy my stuff. Fine. First thing in the morning, 122. I don't want to negotiate. It's just Even at 95% odds, we're screwing it up. I have $8. I want to buy a glow stick. I don't think there's anything else we could buy. There's a $10 chair, which just gives us sleeping efficiency. I don't know what that matters. I just wanted to drop a light down the hole to see if it would look different. So far, it's not bad. Well, we can see better all the dirt we missed. Anyways, we got to get back to digging or we're going to screw this up. The tunnel does at least widen over in this direction, so it might actually branch out in different places. Only got 16 items on this trip, but some of them were epics. 112 for all this. I actually have $11 left over. This $10 chair lowers prices +2. That's +5. So the more expensive definitely has more. Give me this chair. That can go right there. Things will be cheaper again.
I should be an interior decorator.
The next one, it costs 900, even with all the discounts we have. I guess we do get 10% off. It's basically lunchtime, so I'm just sort of going to dig around the coffin for a second, and then we'll go see what the prison king wants. We accept his mission. Grab me a goblet. I do know where there's a goblet. I left one right here just for him. Giving that to him, $20. I'm going to buy this $20 table that lowers prices +5. I think that's 5%. Not sure where I'm going to fit it. That's kind of going to be in the way. You can go right there. I don't really know what to do with my lunch break now. I'm going to spend my final dollar here. It's the one irresponsible spend I've had. I could take just a couple of seconds to get down here and break this open a little bit. We'll get a few more items for the end of lunch. We got 40 toilet paper rolls for a little bit of stuff. Yeah, so every the 5 corresponds to 5%, so the shovel's only $8.50 now. So we'll be there in no time. We're going to bust open this coffin, although it's probably still going to say it's covered. Nope, there's a golden plate. Those I think are rare. That's the only one I found this entire time, so I'm going to leave it sitting right there for now, just in case the prison king wants it. I found another legendary silver statue. That's going to stay. We have a skull ring exposed. Getting a pretty good handle on this now. I also found another legendary gold statue, so we're going to sell this one to this gentleman. This time I'll get 104. The next load of stuff is 127. I was wondering how far to the left this tunnel seemed to jut out, and apparently it's not super far. And that's good for me. That's just less digging I'm going to have to do overall. Not that I'm not thoroughly enjoying this process. I wonder if the prices changing also increases the amount that I sell for as well. It kind of feels that way considering I'm getting 71 for all of that. I accidentally picked up a skull ring this time. Sorry, a gold ring because I thought it was a skull ring. Turns out there's two that look very similar, but we still get 117 for all of that. There is something of a divergence in the wall here. Not sure if that's significant in any way, but we got to dig it all out, so we'll find out eventually. Okay, there's a second golden plate that I found. Yep, so we'll leave that one there. Finding a lot of coins over here. We're up to $20 naturally in another golden plate. Another gold coin, $23. Yes, sir. Come and take my garbage. 105. Hey, look at that. We're up to 876. So we're going to buy the even better shovel for even more digging power. There is another one after this. 1700. That's so stupid. That's with all the discounts. But now we got this pointy thing. Digging power is that much bigger again. We were already moving a lot of dirt. Now it's going much quicker. Made it out. Am I crazy or am I not seeing a guard timer? No matter. As soon as we unclog the toilet, we'll put our 20 items on the table and go to lunch. 129. I think that's another new record. Lunchtime. Let's visit the prison king. See what he wants. Bronze statue. That's an epic quality, so he'll pay good for that. I'm going to wait till she goes before I flip up my carpet. Yeah. Way ahead of you. The bronze statue is that little one. Kind of hard to grab unless I stood on one of the other items. I didn't really see. We're over $50. I didn't catch exactly how much that was worth. This is 10% for prices. Can I fit this in my cell? Yeah, probably. Probably won't get in the way of the dirt. I was a little worried that it would, so I'm just going to tuck all the furniture further into the corner. Prisoner's back. We got 25% discount. Okay, we got another $1, so we're just going to go ahead and gamble it away. Shocking. With a new discount, this shovel is only 1500, which is actually quite a bit better. I'm actually going to take more climbing and moving speed. Given how long it's taking us to run all the way down and back again, that's going to be important. The guard timer's back up again. He's now gone for 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That extra 15 seconds will potentially mean a lot to us. I'm clearly going to need a bigger cell pretty soon at this rate too. Did the price go up? 92 for all that? Yeah, I think it did because that was all basic stuff. It looks like the tunnel to the left is likely going to go nowhere. But all of our garbage goes to our guard for money. This is a good find. Another legendary silver statue that we can actually take. Just before lights out, 64. There was only a couple items. Another day, another dig. We still got a little ways to go, but this is getting pretty emptied out up to this point. And with this particular shovel, we are moving dirt. I feel like the table is very full this morning. 117 for all that. There wasn't even a lot of good stuff on there. There is a legendary golden statue here. I think that's the only one we have exposed currently too, so I'm going to hold on to that one for a while. That's a good find. The tunnel in this direction seems to be shrinking just a little, so that's going to be a little bit less digging, at least for a minute. The next load of stuff was a full 120. There's another golden statue. This one I can actually take because there's one sitting in the air behind me. The guard returning meter seems to be not always here, and that kind of worries me because I don't really know when he's showing up again. And I've very much gotten used to not paying attention to when he'll be back really because it didn't take me that long to go down and back. But now that the tunnel's longer, that could be a problem. 109. Lunch break. I think, yeah, I'm free to go. Okay, what does he need today? Silver idol. That's another epic. We got one sitting there. For that, he'll give us 25 entire dollars. And for 30, we can make our cell larger. That gives us another 3% off of prices. And then I had to carefully reorganize my cell, but we actually have a lot of room suddenly. Look at the size of this thing.
Bigger than my house.
That also ate up pretty much my entire lunch break. I do have $5 left over, which I don't really think can buy anything except maybe some glow sticks. I didn't realize these posters were prices 10 and 12. I really should buy those too. So many things to buy still, but if we could buy those posters, we'll get a big discounts, but also we'll get a lot more money for every piece of garbage we sell. Progress support though, we've dug all the way down and all the way up to there. 116 for that load of stuff. Very consistently valuable. There's another gold bar. I actually find the rarest item to sell. Okay, I got an achievement for that. So that was a second gold bar. There were so far 2 of them in the entire hole. I was wanting to sort of pick my way through the garbage here, but that's how dense it's packed down here. I'm doing something a touch risky. My inventory was full, so I came back for more. We still got like 40 seconds before the guard shows up again, but no energy. Couple more items for our table. Please be a huge amount of money. We've also accumulated another $14 from underground coins. 180. Should we barter on that? No, we shouldn't risk. 180, we'll just take the win for what it is. Only 71 for the next bunch of stuff, but it wasn't a full load. But that'll be the last of it today. We're getting somewhere again because the tunnel seems to be narrowing or turning now. There is a silver statue we can take because we got a duplicate behind us. This is where it's going to get, yeah, really narrow suddenly. This was another 74. That puts us over 1,000 toilet papers. 69 for that little bit of stuff. The next bunch of stuff, 115. Now we can see what this guy wants is silver ring today. That's back to blue quality, but that's perfectly fine by me. 1 silver ring for my special idiot. That gives us $55. We're going to buy a $25 poster for 12% prices. And this one for 10% prices. I've got $20 left over, so I only got one choice. We're going to do $5 spins on this, obviously catapulting us to great riches. And didn't get it there. That's okay. We're waiting for the dramatic finish. Didn't get it there. Was close, so the 3 cherries. This one will be it. Never mind. Prison respect is 50, so we get 50% better prices. I think we're getting close to the exit of the tunnel because we're starting to see some different features around it. I did just find a legendary silver statue. You know what? Maybe we should grab some of these legendaries. Since prices are sky high right now for me, we might be able to make a ton of money in a single sale. There's another silver statue we just dug into. This will be a big one. Energy levels are completely gone, but let's put all of our very valuable stuff on the table and see what kind of money we get. I mean, look at it. I'd pay a fortune for this. 239. We're going to negotiate because we could have, say, an 85% chance to get 249. We got it. Almost 250 from a single load. But that also means we've knocked the price of this shovel down to 1,000 with all of our prison respect. The root shovel, so we're going to buy that for 1,000. He still has another one. 1,500 for 90 digging power. It's getting a little bit hard to hide this shovel under the bed. My new very expensive super shovel moves even more dirt. And that's great because it's certainly been a few long hours of digging so far. With our further increased prices, 95 for a very basic pile of garbage. I just unloaded an entire backpack. I wanted to come back because we got so much stuff exposed. We're digging so quick that it's really not hard to fill up our backpack. Carpet rolled up with 10 seconds left to spare and we'll summon the guard. We might as well eat that. How much we get? 192. We should negotiate that a little bit to 203. Got it. I got 124 rolls of toilet paper for the next load. And the next wonderful dig has yielded us 124. We've also made $23 just finding coins in the ground. We can see what he wants today, a golden plate. We did have some of those. There's none exposed currently. If we happen to find one for him, great. I guess a faster rolling carpet still gets us better prices. We need $2 more. I can actually trade him. We can exchange 10 toilet paper for $1. Give me the super carpet. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's much better. Should we test it out? That is actually considerably faster than it used to be. It goes up and down mighty quick. After lunch, it's right back to work. The next bunch of stuff is an even 100. That puts us back over 1,000. We only need 1470 for the even better shovel. I wish I had upgraded the prices sooner than I did. We could have made a lot more money overall. The game doesn't seem to like me being over in this little particular corner, but we're sort of making it work. Like I can't click on anything over here, which maybe isn't a huge surprise considering no one in their functional mind would go past the hole. That annoys me so much though. I want this stuff. Let me have it. We got $93 for what we had on us. And we're going to buy a little dynamite. Day 12 and no one left me a note. Now for this dirt we can't get through. Dynamite. Did that actually do anything? It looks like it did a little bit, but I don't think I can still interact with anything. Nope, that dirt is simply untouchable. But you asked for it. You wanted to see the whole thing dug out. That's exactly what I've done. We got this little corner over here. There's a little bit under there that I couldn't actually reach. But that's it. The whole thing is now done. Beautiful. If we'd made some better investments, we could have afforded the next shovel again. But now we know for next time.